Amid a mega drought, millions of Southern California residents are being ordered to water their lawns no more than once a week. Resources are especially tight for farmers, who use at least 40% of available water to help feed the nation.
Cut the tops off.
But relief may be on the way in the form of food scraps. In California's Central Valley, Recology's Blossom Valley Organics processes 680 metric tons of compost a day. The food scraps and trimmings all end up in piles like these, some that stretch as far as 365 meters. It will be here for 90 to 120 days, and that machine right behind me will turn it every few days, adding oxygen and helping to break it down. After extensive screening and filtering, the refined compost can be mixed with sulfur and gypsum. Organics manager Augustine Ortiz describes it as a custom-made recipe for farmers.
There is going to be a huge demand on compost, and compost is the future because we can be able to process it, and the compost helps California farmers and helps residents to save water.
Agronomist Ed Davis works with farmers who grow more than 50 types of crops, including almonds.
We've been forced to decrease our inputs. We've got a good average crop here, and we just simply can't afford to try to make a big crop because it's just cost prohibitive. You can't go out there and try to make the big crops and push the plants to make huge crops because it just doesn't pay. We're struggling right along with everybody else in California.
But Davis says compost is helping farmers get by with less water because it acts like a sponge.
I would say that it's very, very common for irrigation to have standing water and at 2 feet deep be dry. Just dry as a bone because water can't go down through the soil environment. So that's because compost does such an incredibly good job of opening the soil up so that the water can in fact infiltrate down to a very, very deep level.
Farmer Aldo Angong wants to buy more compost.
No water, the longer days you go in between watering, the better off you are.
The Rodale Institute found that in times of drought, organic farming methods help produce yields up to 40% higher.
There are 2,000 regional landfills across the United States. About 40% of the material going into those landfills could be composted instead. We ought to collect them separately, turn them into compost, and get it onto farms. This will help us grow more healthy food and help us save water, help us get through droughts.
Reed says since the ingredients of compost originally came from farms, it's only natural they be returned there to continue the cycle of growth. Mark New, CGTN, Arvin, California.